privacy and confidentiality. Point number 2, professional integrity. And point number 3, competence and digital literacy based on this infographic. First, let's look at the context. Today, social media is used in our daily life, including in social work. It helps people communicate and share information easily. However, social workers must use social media responsibly because it can also cause ethical and legal issues. Privacy and confidentiality. Social workers must protect their clients' personal information and never share it without permissions. Keeping information private helps build trust and protects their clients' rights. Now, point number 2, professional integrity. Professional integrity means acting honestly and respectfully, even on social media. Social workers should avoid inappropriate posts, keep professional boundaries, and behave responsibly to maintain public trust. Lastly, point number 3, competence and digital literacy. Social workers should know how to use technology safely and responsibly. They should be able to identify false information and use reliable sources to make good decisions for their clients. In conclusion, privacy and confidentiality, professional integrity, and digital literacy are important for ethical social media use. By following these principles, social workers can protect their clients and provide professional service. That's all from me.
Thank you, Ain, for introducing the key concepts of information law and ethics in social media for social work. And now I will continue the next concept, which is the concept of social justice and human rights. In social work, social justice isn't left behind when entering digital spaces. This concept emphasizes that the internet is not a neutral ground. It is deeply tied to human rights and systemic equality. Promoting equity and access, where social workers must advocate for equal access to digital resources, ensuring that vulnerable populations are not left behind due to the digital lag or the lack of internet or devices. Combating data exploitation and bias is where digital tools and platforms uses algorithms that perpetuate systemic bias, discrimination, or predatory data collection. Social justice in the digital age means actively fighting against these online biases. Supporting democratic participation means protecting a person's right to access accurate, transparent information online directly supports their autonomy and ability to participate fully in society. And the next concept is the concept of ethical use of technology. This serves as a core guiding principle for how social workers handle digital platforms. It highlights the dual nature of social media as both an asset and a liability. First one is upholding respect and boundaries, where traditional social work boundaries get blurred online. Ethical use requires maintaining clear distinctions between professional and personal profiles, and obtaining informed consent if technology or digital platform are used in client interactions. Leveraging social media for good. When used properly, digital platforms are powerful tools for raising awareness, organizing community support, and delivering remote services to those in need. And mitigating digital risk, where social workers must actively protect clients and themselves from the darker sides of technology, including cyberbullying, online harassment, and harmful digital influences. And the last concept is information accuracy and disinformation. Because information shapes how people perceive reality, social workers must be highly critical of the data they and their clients consume. So the first one is the velocity of misinformation. False or misleading information spreads incredibly fast online, often because users consume content passively without verifying its source, and which leads to the impact on decision making. For a social worker, relying on inaccurate information can lead to flawed assessment, poor professional decisions, and ineffective advocacy. Influencing public opinion on a macro level, widespread disinformation can skew public perception, fuel prejudice, and negatively impact the funding, policy decisions, and social structures that support vulnerable groups. And now I will continue with the relationship between human and digital communication. Social media has fundamentally changed the landscape of human interaction. While it makes connecting faster and geographically boundless, it alters the depth of those connections, which leads to the risk to empathy and trust. Digital communication strips away crucial nonverbal cues like tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. And according to the graphic, this shift can reduce emotional connection and empathy. It is much easier to misunderstand someone or detach emotionally behind the screen, which leads to degrade the quality of relationship. Trust and support take longer to build and are easier to fracture in digital spaces. In the social work context, therapeutic alliance and community trust are built entirely on human connection. If digital communication reduces empathy, social workers face an uphill battle. Therefore, while technology is an excellent tool for logistics and outreach, it must never replace the foundational principle that genuine human connection comes first. Digital communication must be managed intentionally so that it enhances rather than diminishes the human bond. So the overall message of our presentation is the ethical and responsible use of social media is essential for competent, accountable and empathetic social work practice in the digital age. That is all from us. Thank you.